Hey, hello, I'm Johnny Bell, and I would like to take some time to share a presentation I had the chance to compose with the university in their first Black Wellness event. And the goal was to share resources to help promote well being and mental health for Black students. And so I'm just going to go over the presentation I had, which includes an activity for you to participate in if you'd like. So collectively, the goal of the presenters that day was to provide all the participants with strategies that they can use to help promote their own well-being. Self-care looks different for each of us. Some of us, self-care may be traveling, it may be going to the gym, it may be partaking in a particular hobby. Maybe you're an avid do-it-yourselfer like I enjoy doing, or maybe you're a crafty person. But regardless, there are different ways and different things we do to take care of ourselves. My goal throughout the presentation is to show how writing can be a form of mental well-being, of self-care, of a way of revitalizing yourself. So it may be helpful to know a little bit about me and my background and why I chose this topic. I've published two chapter books, two young adult novels, and I'm also a doctoral student at the time of this recording, and I've taken a couple courses on writing. I also am an elementary teacher, and teaching writing is one of my subjects that I've taught for a couple of years. And so from those experiences, how writing has played such a big part of my life, it seemed that sharing why writing can be a form of self-care is evident. And so today I'm going to talk about a couple aspects of how free writing can be a form of Black wellness today. I'll talk about what free writing has looked like for me, and I'll provide a chance for you to participate in free writing. Next, I'll share some reflections that I've gathered from writing and some other things that I've learned about the process of writing and considering our feelings, thoughts, and the memories and how they flow. And so we'll begin by talking about free writing. So below, you'll see an example of a free write I did to prepare for this presentation. And so some things for you to know. When I did this, I set a 2-minute timer, and I did not edit for spelling or punctuation or clarity. I just typed. And the goal was to help me prepare this presentation for free writing. You can pause the video at any point so you can read what I wrote and to help you have an idea of my thinking. But I'll go ahead and continue with the presentation. So what I did was an example of what Peter Elba recommends for free writing. He encourages you to just write. Free writing is important because it gives you a chance to write whatever is on your mind. There's no rules when you're writing. Next week, I'll share about creative writing, and it's that same idea that the author, the writer gets to control the narrative of what is created. This also provides a chance to relax, to do something that's unwinding. There's really no rules about what this free write looks like. You're not writing for anyone else, you're really writing for yourself. You know, the idea of putting something down, get those thoughts out, is the goal of free writing. Not focusing on spelling, just writing. not getting caught up in the editing process, just want to write. And so now you get a chance to participate and do your own quick write or free write. And so what we will do is we will pull up a blank document or maybe get a sheet of paper, and we're going to write for 3 minutes about whatever is on your mind. And so instead of pausing the video, I'm going to start the timer, and I'm also going to participate in this free writing experience with you. I'm just going to write about whatever's on my mind or whatever thoughts that are flowing. Okay. So if you'd like to pause the video so you can get paper ready, maybe you want to pull up Microsoft Word, a blank document or a notepad document or what have you. And then we will start writing together momentarily. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the timer as I get my own writing materials ready. And I'm going to write with paper, and I'll share with you guys what I have in 3 minutes. Happy writing. There we go. Oh, it's our timer. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that free writing opportunity. I wrote about half a page on my sheet of paper. I started off by talking about this recording and hoping that the video was going well and frustrated with errors along the way. Then I ended up talking about the word I. I noticed I was using I quite a bit. Anyway, that's how my 3 minutes went. How did your time go? Hopefully, it was enjoyable and reflective for you. Speaking on reflecting, let's take a look at some emotions and things that happen when we get this chance of free writing. A couple things happen when you have a chance to write, at least without interruption and distraction. Sometimes you become more curious about a topic. Maybe you're writing about looking for a new apartment or looking for a new vehicle or planning a trip or a particular purchase or an activity. And sometimes along the way, you start to inquire and, open a tab and start to research more while you're writing about a topic. And that's okay because it's your writing time. Have you ever made a pro and con list where you write the pros on one side and the cons on the other? That's another form of research. It's an idea that my dad taught me years ago. This is a neat way to help problem solve. Sometimes when we write, at least on the computer, we may experience screen fatigue. Or if we have to write a lot, maybe our hands start to cramp. And it's a different type of fatigue. And so maybe you get a chance to switch from one to the other for your enjoyment of writing. If you're on the screen a lot, maybe you decide to use a composition book and do some journaling or writing by hand. If you have to write a lot by hand, maybe you decide to flip and write on the computer. It's up to you because it's your writing. The third feeling, or the third thing that happens during writing, is your emotions have a chance to be rebalanced and leveled out. Maybe there's something that you're really excited about and you really want to share, but it's not quite the best time. Maybe you need to finalize the plans or finalize your project. When I was writing Take the Shot and I wasn't ready to share with others, a lot of times when I wrote in my journal, I would write about my writing and write about the book, about how I felt, about what was going well, about my hopes and goals for the book. I wasn't ready to share, but I wanted to get those feelings written down. Maybe I wrote about my frustration and trying to get the book published. All those things were important for me to get down so I could feel healthy again. You may have noticed I use the word journal. Well, you can call it whatever you like: journal, diary, notebook. On the left, you'll see a list of words that I found on Google for different names you can use, different synonyms. You can call it whatever you like, but as long as it helps you feel good and it helps you feel healthy and balanced, that's the most important thing. So, what about the learning that occurs? Well, I've had a chance to research a little and read a couple different articles that talked about how writing, especially quick writing, can be beneficial. Ebony Magazine, as you can see the link here, talked about how writing can help you relieve your stress. They said that writing can help you manage pressures you may be dealing with. Journaling is a way to do that, to help find that balance that you need for your life. In the bottom right, there is a book cover titled Breathe. And this was written by a Black educator in Memphis named Brennan Steele. Early in the pandemic, Brennan felt a need to find a way to deal with the stress and pressures that he was feeling. He looked for a guide to help Black men manage those emotions, and he was not successful. So he decided to write his own book to help other Black men find healthy ways to manage their stress. Going back to the readings, the Ebony Magazine article talked about 3 ways how journaling can help relieve your stress. And you can see those 3 points on the screen. Another article from WebMD also talked about mental health and the benefits of journaling. It helps reduce anxiety, regulates your emotions. And they also talked about things that you can do to help take care of your own health. And those were centered around writing. Below are some quotes that I found important. And just to wrap up, the idea of writing and journaling or free writing, it's all about providing another tool for you to use to help you become more calm, to help you become more balanced, to help refresh your emotions. I hope this presentation has been helpful for you. If you would like to learn more or read more, feel free to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, Johnny Bell Books. You'll find that I try to tweet and post some motivational and inspirational things that I come across. Also, feel free to check out my website. Take care of you. Goodbye.